Welcome back everyone, this is Mondo All Day, back with another video, and in this video, I'll be doing an overview of the DCeased Omnibus by Tom Taylor. I'll be talking about a little bit of the stories, the art, and of course, if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the support channel, put the key up to date, and watch videos like this. Take a look at front of the dust jacket, which I really like the art, the spine, the back, and the little wings on here. You got Red Hood, Wonder Woman. Bit of a spoiler, but it's fine. Front of the book, the spine, the back, and a full spread image of the book so you can see how it looks. Alright, now let's take a look at what's inside. So, what is this book about? So the book starts off with the Justice League fighting against Darkseid. And so Darkseid essentially loses and he leaves. And then Batman notices, wait a minute, like Darkseid left, but something is off here. And that's when Batman notices the fact that Darkseid took with him Cyborg. And so Darkseid does this because Darkseid is determined to find out that, well, Cyborg does have the anti-life equation embedded in him with the mother boxes. So Darkseid gets the anti-life equation, and when he tries to like connect it or set it up, he messes it up pretty bad, and he creates this like techno-organic virus. And what happens is Darkseid sends Cyborg back to Earth, and unfortunately, since Cyborg is all computer per se, he essentially spams the whole entire planet with this whole the techno virus, and anyone with an electronic device with a screen or a monitor on it gets infected and become into a zombie. And so now the villains and heroes have to survive this entire attack, or I don't even want to put it. And they also have to work together to, one, to survive, two, figure out if there is a cure, and if there is a cure, can they create a cure based upon the limited resources they have. That is going to be the gist of this particular first story. I say this first story because this whole entire omnibus collects the entire run of DCeased. And with that said, I really love this book. This is an Elseworld story, and I say this right now because there are certain characters that do certain things on here that I know if you're a huge fan, you're going to be like, wait a minute, this character will never do such a thing. Look, this is an Elseworld story. I say this because, well, I'll just say it right now. He kills someone. I won't say who, but Superman kills someone, even though he doesn't want to. And I know some of you hardcore Superman fans are going to say, well, Mondo, he would never. Look, this is an Elseworld story. Take it for what it is and enjoy the ride. So I want to be clear with that. But man, this story, it is so much fun. And I think it's a perfect book to read, especially we're in Halloween. So, Halloween season. So definitely, if you want to get into the spirit of Halloween, get this book because, one, the story, simple, pretty straightforward. But what makes this book so damn good, or two things. One, the story, but more importantly, the art. The art is top notch. I mean, just look at this right here. Come on. Look at all this. This is perfect for Halloween season. But the story on here is really darn good. And what makes it really good is just reading and realizing who gets infected and the outcome of this particular hero or villain. I say that because in here, you do get the heroes, and you get the villains, and you get the side characters as well, too. Like, you kind of see what happens with Deathstroke or Red Hood. Of course, Batman, Wonder Woman. Like, the typical villains and heroes. But you also see the other characters. Cassandra Cain, Mirror Master. Like, what's going on? Are they surviving? And if so, are they infected or not? And more importantly, when they ever get infected, because this book does so good in establishing the characters, the relationship, and the banter between the villains and the heroes to where certain characters become infected. You're like, damn it, why did this person get infected? And that's what keeps you going, because I don't want to say too much, I don't spoil it, but I'm telling you, there's certain characters that become unfortunately infected to where you're like, oh, why? You were so close to surviving. And that's what makes this book so damn good, is that the more you progress reading this book, the more you don't want to, because you don't want the certain villain or hero to turn into a zombie and get killed. But also, at the same time, you do want to, because you see them go full force. And I mean, there is no limitation on here. I won't say who, but there's certain heroes and villains too, where you see the full power. Like, when they have no restriction in terms of how much deadly they can be, this character, or characters I should say, go all out, and they are brutal. And I mean brutal to the point where you do not want to mess with them. And that's such a cool thing to see, because usually, well, I don't want to say who, but the heroes, you can kind of tell, like, they have a lot of power, but they kind of restrict themselves. In this book, you don't get any of that. When certain heroes become villains, they go full out on attack, and they are brutal, and they do some stuff where you're like, damn, like, I'm so glad this hero is a hero, because if they were a villain, man, they would be extremely OP, and I don't think no one can stop him or her. So that's what's so good about it. You see a lot of the characters go all out, and you see the full potential. And you do get, like I said, you do get stories and backstories of other characters, other side characters. As mentioned, you got Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, Blue Beetle, Mr. Terrific, Red Hood, Deathstroke, and you see what they're going through and their perspective, and of course working together with the villains as well too, or in the heroes working with the villains. And that's what makes this book really interesting, is one, seeing them work together, figure out a plan. Unfortunately, some of the plans do not go as well, but more importantly, try to, if there is one, a cure, because they have limited resources. They don't have, like, for instance, the cave, the bat cave. They don't have certain locations because they've been all corrupted. They've been turned into zombies, and so they're kind of, left out. So that's what's really interesting in this book, man. Just seeing all of it. And the story itself, pretty straightforward. I mean, once you get past, like, the first main story, this is DCeased, then you kind of figure out, okay, I see where this is going. It is a bit predictable, but who cares, man? Because you're enjoying this book so much. I was enjoying it so much, where I didn't really care the predictability of it. It's more of like, I just want to know what happens. I just want to know the outcome. I can kind of guess it, and I kind of figured it out, but it's okay though, because you want to see more about it. And plus, the art on here is damn good. And also, like I said, you want to see certain villains and heroes. You want to see them go all out, no limitation, no restrictions, go all out and just be who they're capable of. Sounds crazy, but trust me, when you read this book, you know exactly what I mean, man. And so to me, this book is just top notch, man. I waited for years to read it. It came out with the omnibus, and I'm extremely happy I got it in omnibus format, because I'll talk about it more in a bit in terms of the omnibus. But man, this book, again, we're in Halloween season. Definitely get this book, man. You're gonna really enjoy it. Do you need to have prior knowledge? No, this is just an Elseworld story. The only prior knowledge you need to have is one, DC characters. That's all you gotta know. The more you know about certain characters, DC characters, you'll be perfectly fine. Paper quality. This is an omnibus, nice glossy paper. So, and with this particular art, which I'm kind of going to art now, with the paper quality and this art, oof, fantastic. And the art, 10 out of 10, man. This is the best, man. You continue reading and you're just like, damn, how can they top this art? How can they top? And they just keep going and going and going, and the art is just top notch. It does vary in style here and there, but for the most part, overall, the art is good. Pacing is above average. This book, you can easily read it within a week, probably less than that. For me, it took me about 4 days, because I was really invested in it. And again, the pacing is above average. It keeps going. Yes, there are some moments here and there where it does slow down, because you're building the story or the character. But once you get past that, it just goes. It goes. It goes. So overall, what do I give this book? Easily a thumbs up for me. Just 10 out of 10 book, man. Is it silly, over the top? Absolutely. But that's what comic books should be. Just fun and silliness. Well, not silly, but you get what I'm saying. So if you read a book that just takes these characters, takes these villains, takes these heroes, put them into a weird story, and just go all out crazy, this is it for you. This is for you right here. So once again, what do I give the Tom Taylor's DCeased Omnibus? Thumbs up for me. Now let's take a look at the cover arts. Here we have, of course, DCeased. You have It, Pennywise, Freddy Krueger, and there's a lot of cover arts here. I think it's the Conjuring, Final Destination, Conjuring again. I do not know where this is from. There you go. This is really cool art. Of course, Lois Lane, Superman, Red Hood, Joker. Damn, look at Joker's missing a tooth there. Batman, Flash, Batgirl, Green Arrow. Oh, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. Batman again. Superman, Wonder Woman. Man, when they released this, it kind of spoiled who turns into a villain, or zombie, I should say. But it's fine though. Ugh, this is look at this. Come on, that is just creepy looking. Oh, there's another one here too. Batman. Dang. Harley Quinn. I really like the colors on there. Damn, even this version looks even creepier. Damn. Oh, Batman Who Laughs. Oh god, look at that. Damn. Wonder Woman. That's cool. I like how this is regular. Right, and then, of course, zombified. Power Girl. Supergirl. Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. Joker. One thing I do like about the art, though, they do reference a lot of the art from the past, and they just kind of zombified it, right? Look at this. Oh, damn, this is so creepy looking. Look at the eye. Ugh. Catwoman. Oof. Catwoman, damn. Look, even though she's supposed to be zombie, damn, she looks hot. Even Poison Ivy too. What's up with that? I'm supposed to be intimidated, not turned on. Joker. Harley Quinn again. Batman. That's dope. Ooh, that's really cool. I never seen this actually before. Nice. Like, jeez, look at this. All this art, man. You get the full thing here in this particular omnibus, man. You get all the art. That's a cool reference to it. Pennywise. Cheetah. I'm telling you, you get a lot of side characters in this particular book that turn either zombie or become heroes. Cyborg. Oof. V for Vendetta, right? This is V for Vendetta. The movie Shazam, 1984. Ugh, the movie was horrible. The movie was so horrible too. Batman Who Laughs. Oh, similar to X-Men, like color palette is just me, right? Yeah, almost like the X-Men from the 90s. That's what it reminds me of. Dark. Yeah, it is. But yeah, basically what it is. Cause I know there's what's his name? Apocalypse, I think, or no, Magneto. Yeah, this is like the X-Men reference, and this is Magneto has that kind of pose. I will say though, Magneto did it better, but Darkseid looks good too. Lobo. Prince. Is it NWA? Yeah. Yeah. Power Girl. It's cool little references to other stuff. That's dope. God damn, look at that. Oh, the hot woman right there. Jesus. Batgirl, Aquaman. Even though it's like cartoony, it's still really intimidating or menacing looking. Oh, this looks cool. Actually, I've never seen this art. This is really dope. You got Batman bleeding. You got Riddler. What's his name? Oh my god. Mr. Freeze. Harley Quinn. I want to say that is Bane, Joker, and Poison Ivy, I think. Yeah. This is dope too. Ooh. Deathstroke. Flash. Got the lanterns on there. Harley Quinn. Hawkman. The Justice League Zombie Fight. This is really cool. I like this one. Damn, that's crazy. And they got more stuff on here in the back. And sketch. You do get a lot of stuff though. So if you want bonus material, again, get the omnibus. You get a lot of stuff. Sketches on here. There you go. Deathstroke. Red Hood looks really good. And that, as they say, is that. Let me know what you guys think. Have you read this book? Do you plan on reading this book? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to our support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. This includes an overview of the Tom Taylor DCeased Omnibus, and on to the next one.